Hi everyone, Dennis Foley from Acoustic Fields. I like Recording Magazine. I'm sure some of you follow it on the net. Alec Case is a guy who's been writing about a singer and positioning him in the mix. And he talks about reverb, adding a lot of reverb to the singer, which seems to be standard procedure today. And he calls it ear candy. And, it's that sound that we all know in today's vocals. It's that reverb sound. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I think we all know what it means. Well, Alex, is right when he claims that this use of reverb right out of the gate, it pushes the singer back in the mix. And maybe sometimes you want that singer more forward, more, as Alex says, in your face. So he cites an example of a concert hall, direct versus reflected energy. If you're sitting close to the stage, you're getting more of the direct energy from the singer, and they sound closer to you. If you're sitting farther back from the singer, you're getting more of the reflected energy from the hall, and thus a sense of farther back in distance. So it's the balance between the reverberant field and the direct, which is near. So that's a good way to kind of visualize reverb in the mix. And Alex comes up with a solution, and he uses that wet-dry mix parameter, which is a control I guess you guys have in your console to do certain things with. But it's not reverb-based, and that gives you the ability to move that singer up closer to you. So I just wanted to take his example, which I thought was really interesting and made a lot of sense, and apply it to small room acoustics, because you can do the same thing. We don't have a wet-dry parameter mix button. We don't have a reverb button, but we do have room treatment. And we can do a lot of things with room treatment in the presentation side. So we can move that singer in the center. That's not difficult. If we control the rates and levels of absorption of the side walls and the distances to the listening position, we can get that singer right in the middle of our presentation. Now, how far forward or how far back in that presentation, we don't have to change our seating as we do in a concert hall, as Alex suggested, but we can just use diffusion on the ceiling and the front wall. And there's a balance between types of diffusion and what kind to use on what surface area, either ceiling or front wall, that will give you the ability to bring that singer forward or push it back. So we can do the same thing that an engineer does with a wet-dry mix button and a reverb button. We can do it with room treatment. You have to know what surface area, you have to know how much, you have to know rate and level of absorption. There's about 4 or 5 variables that you have to consider, but it can be done. So I thought it was kind of interesting that through room acoustic treatment, we can do similar things that an engineer can do with a button. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up so I know that it had value to you. And please, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Alternatively, if there are other topics that you wish to discuss or see discussed in a video presentation, send me an email, info@acousticfields.com, and we'll get them on our list and get them done for you. I release a new video about every week, so stay tuned to our YouTube channel and keep updated on our new videos.